It's time to have a grown man conversation. By the age of 30, life stops giving you passes and starts handing out consequences much more regularly. And this isn't about being brutal, it's about being real. That's why in today's video, I'm gonna break down 10 harsh truths every man over 30 needs to hear. These are some facts most people won't tell you, but you need to take them in to level up your mindset, your relationships, and your life. Because after 30, you don't get to coast, you have to build. Now, if you're new here, welcome, Jeff, your Style O.G. On this channel, we discuss various men's lifestyle topics such as style, grooming, and dating. If any of all those topics interest you, I invite you to subscribe, tap that notification bell, and join us. And to my returning friends like Melvin Porter Jr., salute. Now, first up on the list of 10 harsh truths every man over 30 needs to hear, this one might sting a little bit, but it's crucial to get this one right. You have to understand that if you keep blaming your past, you'll never own your future. Now I get it, life might have dealt you a tough hand. Maybe your father wasn't around, you were overlooked, underestimated, or hurt. I get it. By the time of age 30, those excuses just don't work anymore. You can't change what happened in the past, but you can change how your life goes from here on out. A grown man doesn't keep dragging his old pain into his new future. He learns, he heals, he adapts, and he grows. Blaming the past just keeps you stuck there, in the past. But when you own your future, that's where your power lies. It's very important as a grown man you be proactive. Learn from your past, but don't stay there. Grab the wheel and drive forward. Now, next up, I have something that's crucial to hear, so I need you to listen. If you stay stuck in your comfort zone, you're quietly destroying your ambition. Here's what successful men learn, especially by the time they hit age 30. Life rewards the man who's willing to be uncomfortable. The job you hate that you won't leave, the routine that feels safe, that isn't real peace, that's stagnation. What might feel like comfort actually might be paralysis when it comes to you growing. That's because growth usually doesn't happen when it's easy. Growth happens when you stretch, you fail, you learn, you adapt, you evolve. And it especially happens for men who don't have a problem stepping into the unknown. Comfort may feel safe, but it kills your drive, slowly, silently, and before you know it, years have passed by. You see, the wise man, he embraces discomfort, not because it feels good, and not because it's fun, because he knows that's where greatness lives. Now, next up on the list of 10 harsh truths every guy over 30 needs to take heed to, I have one that's hugely important for my so-called nice guys out there. You need to realize everyone won't like you, and that's actually a gift. As a grown man, the sooner you accept this truth, the freer you'll become. You see, the guy who wastes too much energy wanting to be liked by everybody or watering themselves down just to fit in, they're not going to get very far in life. They'll be stuck. It's very important that a man has confidence. And real confidence comes from standing firm, having strength regardless of the amount of approval or applause you get. The right people will respect you and stick around, and the wrong ones will fade away. And that's exactly how it should be. My mom used to always tell me, son, if everybody likes you, either they're being fake or you are. Because every grown man knows you weren't built to please the crowd. You were meant to lead with purpose. Now, next up, I have a harsh truth that's very important for you to take heed to when it comes to the ladies. I need you to realize if she doesn't bring you peace, a woman doesn't deserve your presence. At this point in your life, your peace is priceless. You've worked too hard for it, grown too much, and come too far to let someone be in your presence just because she looks good or feels familiar. Love isn't supposed to be loud, messy, or emotionally exhausting. A grown man just doesn't have time for drama. He craves stability. If she constantly triggers your stress, questions your worth, or drags you down, it's time to take a step back. You don't have time for a woman who plays games with the emotions, because the older you get, the more peace is worth to you. Because I believe your peace is a priority, not a luxury. So guard it like your happiness depends on it, because it does. Now, next up, we have a harsh truth that ties back to the early one. The one we talked about, that everyone won't like you, and that's a gift. This one falls right in line with this one. I need you to realize, being a nice guy doesn't mean you're a good man. A lot of men confuse being passive, agreeable, or always saying yes with being virtuous. Huge mistake. Because we have to keep it real. Being a mature grown man isn't about being liked. It's about having values, setting boundaries, and standing firm on solid ground. You see, the nice guy, he's always avoiding conflict. A good man, he handles it with class. Nice guy, he wastes so much time and energy trying to please everybody. But the good man, he earns respect by being honest and consistent. You see, the nice guy, he craves constant approval, where the good man, he walks with purpose. Huge difference. So don't aim just to be nice. Be kind, be strong, be firm. And that way you can be the man that people respect and depend on. Now, next up, I have a harsh truth that trips up even the most gifted guy out there. By the age of 30, you need to realize that potential means nothing without discipline. Now listen to me, I don't care how smart you are, talented you are, or how much promise people say you have. That means nothing if you don't show up consistently and do the work. If you can't lock in, show up, and do the work consistently, none of those natural gifts matter. You see, potential is just unused energy. Discipline is when you turn that potential into progress. I heard one of the best sayings about 5 years ago. The best ability is availability. Every man over 30 needs to know talent fades, motivation comes and goes, but discipline, that's what helps you build the life you say you want. Stop waiting on the perfect time, the right mood, or when everything lines up, because I'm here to tell you it never will. So I need you to realize if you have gifts, cherish them, but also develop them. Because when you show up daily, even when it's hard, that's what separates the boys from the men. Now, next up is for my fellas over 30 out there who have heard their whole lives and also want to embrace this. A man should be a leader. I need you to understand, you can't lead anyone if at first you don't lead yourself. If you want respect from your woman, your kids, your crew, it starts with how you move even when nobody's watching. Are you disciplined? Are you honest? Are you building something solid? Look in the mirror and be honest with yourself, because leadership isn't about a title. It's about the examples you set. Oftentimes, people pay more attention to what you do way more than what you say. And you can't expect others to follow you if your own life isn't in order. So handle your business, master your mindset, and stay consistent with your word. Because it's hugely important that you realize by the age of 30, before you can guide others, you've got to master guiding yourself. Now, next up on the list of the 10 harsh truths men over 30 need to hear, I have something vitally important. You have to realize you teach other people how to treat you. This is especially important for my so-called nice guys out there. Every time you let disrespect slide or you shrink yourself to keep the peace, you're setting the tone on how people see you and as a result, treat you. People follow your lead. If you walk with confidence, speak with clarity, and move with self-respect, people will either rise to that level or fall off. A tough pill for a lot of guys out there to swallow, especially my nice guys, is that boundaries aren't rude. They're necessary. And I'm telling you, the older you get, you'll see that how people treat you is a direct reflection of what you've allowed. So as you develop in life, it's very important that you stop tolerating nonsense, set a standard, and don't budge from it. Now, next up, I have a hugely important mindset shift that I highly urge you to make. I need you to realize that money isn't the goal, it's the result. You see, the problem is, especially nowadays, too many men chase the bag without building the value behind it. Huge mistake. Because here's the real truth. Money follows focus, discipline, and real skill. Become a man of value, solve problems, and show up daily and lead with integrity. That's when you stop chasing money and the money starts chasing you. Chasing money for status or validation, that's how you end up burnt out, bitter, or even broke. But when you focus on becoming the best version of yourself, that's when money becomes a byproduct of the man you've become. So it's hugely important that you realize you need to stop chasing money. Build real value. Stop chasing wins and build real wealth, because the money always follows the mission. Now, next up we have what I believe might be the most important harsh truth on this whole list. It's very important you realize you either evolve or you stay the you, life keeps humbling. Because since the dawn of man, it's been a truism. Growth isn't optional. It's about survival. If you keep repeating the same patterns, ignoring the same lessons, and keep blaming everyone else, life will still keep handing you out the same pain, but in different forms. You have to be honest with yourself. After a while, it isn't about bad luck. It's about the you refuse to stop being. Grown man, he doesn't wait for life to force him to change. He chooses change. He reflects, learns, and adapts. That's when you notice you start leveling up. because every point in your life demands a mindset adjustment. So ask yourself, are you evolving, or are you just staying the man who life keeps slapping with the same painful lesson? Because it's hugely important, by the age of 30, my brother, you have to choose action and growth. Okay, so there you have it. 10 harsh truths every man over 30 needs to hear. Now do me a favor, let me know in the comment section any brutal truths you believe the now and future OGs need to take heed to. And if you enjoyed this video and found it informative, I highly recommend you check out a recent video I did about 10 of the style mistakes that actually make an older guy look old. You can check it out right here.